Today I will talk to you about my own experiences with public speaking, my horrible experiences with speaking, my not so horrible experiences, and my most enjoyable experiences with speaking. My most horrible experience with public speaking would definitely have to be last year at college when I started taking Speech 101. I attended the class for 3 weeks and then it was time to give our first speech. I had convinced myself that it wouldn't be that bad because I didn't know anyone in the class, so it would make it easier for me to speak in front of them. The speech assignment was to bring 2 personal pictures and talk about why they are important to you. I brought 2 pictures that on any day I could talk about them with no problem. It was a picture of my twin sister, my mom, and I that had been printed in a local newspaper a couple months after we were born, explaining how we were conjoined at birth and the precautions we had to take afterwards. And the other was a picture of my twin niece and nephew have made such a joyful impact on my life that I could not picture life without them today. But I completely froze in front of the entire class. When I got up to the podium and the time started, my hands got sweaty, my voice got super shaky, and I forgot the speech I had prepared. By the time the minute was up, or so I thought was a minute, but was only 45 seconds because I got so nervous that the speed of my speech had increased and I sat back down. I had forgot anything that had come out of my mouth the few minutes before. I continued with the class for a few more weeks, but before we had to present our next speech, I had convinced myself that I would not be able to get up to the podium and present an acceptable speech. I then withdrew from the class. That was my most horrible experience with public speaking. My not-so-terrible speaking experience would have had to be when we gave our It's in the Bag speech. I got to share with the class how important each item in my bag was to me, and I did it with ease and felt comfortable in front of my audience. That was only the second time I finally felt comfortable talking in front of a group of people. My most enjoyable speech was when I was a sophomore in high school and we had to give a how-to speech and the steps it took to do something. I gave mine on the steps a person usually has to go through to brush their teeth. I would consider this my most enjoyable speech because I got to give it in front of my entire high school class, and it was people I was comfortable speaking in front of. I feel like taking this online course has finally helped me along my journey of public speaking. Granted, it has been a lot easier for me to only have to give a speech in front of my computer and a few audience members instead of a whole classroom, but I feel like I have taken a lot of material from this course that will help me in the future with my career. After almost completing this course, I feel like more students are leaning toward the online speech courses because of their fear of standing in front of a group of people and speaking. But I honestly do regret not overcoming my fear and pushing myself to do it just because of the career choice I am pursuing. Today, we took a journey through my great and not so great speaking moments, but I feel like because of all of them today, I am a better public speaker.